I think if Hearts are equalised in the game, I don't think Robbie would have been as strong in his criticism of the officials. I have to say, first of all, what a wonderful game. You know, we've campaigned often enough that our best game should be on the TV. If we want to showcase the league that we have and the quality we have, we need to get the best games on TV, and certainly Celtic Hearts is one of our top games in the country. I just felt the tempo of the game, the quality of football. Hearts had to hang in there at times, they had to ride their luck, but they carried a threat. The two things you need when you go to Celtic Park: you need to be able to carry a threat, which usually comes with pace and energy, and you have to be good with possession when you land on the ball. You've got to be able to build your play, and probably that's something they can improve on, and something that is work in progress. But I thought, first of all, terrific game, really enjoyed the game, so both teams deserve a lot of credit. Robbie is frustrated because he will be looking back and thinking we could have had something from that game. I wouldn't say should have, but the big moment he feels went against him. I think if he had lost 4-0, I don't think this moment would be, or we'd be talking about this moment. The fact that it was the definitive moment in the game and he feels it went against him. My point on it is, I have not witnessed or viewed one camera angle or one picture that shows me clearly that Kyogo was onside or offside. There's no angle running right along the line of the ball. There's no one looking at Tony Ralston's foot and putting the camera right along. And this is where VAR would come into it, and it would have it done properly. I know people are drawing lines on Twitter, thick ones, thin ones, the lines are bent with, you know, so I don't mean it's hard to take it serious, but there's nothing for me definitively to say is offside. And people have said, I've said that to someone today, and they said, well, he looks offside. I said, well, I've just checked the laws of the game, and looks offside or looks isn't in it. It has to be offside or not. And Robbie actually contradicted himself slightly in that interview he had, because he said the referee's assistant's looking down the line of the ball. He then said he's slightly ahead of the ball. He then said he's beyond the ball. Neil Alexander's just walked in, so we'll get an opinion of him soon.
Yeah, well, he's not renowned for his pace, but
well, that's two of us. That's two of us, Rob.
He's done, three of us actually. He has done a little mini sprint into the studio. I'm going to give him 5 seconds to get his breath back. But being an athlete, he won't really require that. He is, of course, the former Hearts goalkeeper, the former Rangers goalkeeper. And your old team, well, we've just been listening, and you'll have heard the clip before. I would have reckoned Robbie Neilson
I was listening in the car,
was a bit cheesed off
understandably
about that ruling last night. What did you think?
I thought it was offside, yeah, quite blatantly offside as well. And you know, I feel sorry for Robbie, because they've gone there, and you know, Parkhead's a hard place to go at the best of times. You know, when you don't get the decisions, you don't get the breaks, it's even harder. You know, I think Celtic first half were the better team, but I think Hearts second half came out and put a really good performance in, and possibly could have deserved a draw out of the game. You know, with the work rate that they've put in, Robbie will be very disappointed to take anything from the game. And you know, I don't think there's any doubt about it. It's a clear offside. I don't know how the linesman's not spotting it. I know we spoke about VAR. I think if VAR had been here, which it will be next season, I think that it would have been clearly offside.
So you don't think it was too tight? One of those ones that you actually have to acknowledge a human error, because actually it's a split second moment.
I think it's quite obvious, because in the build up, he's a yard offside. He's a yard behind the defence even when the ball gets played across, and then when the ball gets played wide, he's still in an offside position, and he doesn't like check and then go back in. He stays, and the Hearts defence don't drop that back and level with him. He's still half a yard. And I think it's quite obvious. I don't know how they've not spotted it.
My point is, there's no definitive angle that shows that he's offside. There's no camera angle in line with Tony Ralston. I don't think there needs to be.
I think it's so obvious. I think it's so blatantly obvious that he's offside.
But the referee's assistant can't give it then. Robbie said in his interview, he's looking down the line of the ball, and then he said a split second later, he's ahead of the ball. So unless the referee's assistant is standing right behind Tony Ralston and looking when Tony Ralston makes contact with the ball, he can't put his flag up. Otherwise he's guessing.
Yeah, I totally understand that. If he's not 100% certain,
he's a yard ahead of the ball, because he's running alongside, I was saying to Rob earlier, he's running alongside Tony Ralston. He's trying to keep up with him. Tony Ralston slows down to cross the ball. The referee's assistant keeps going. So by the time he turns back to get his flag up or have a look at it, he's now out of position to look down the line of the ball, which is why he can't give it. The referee can't give it because he thinks, if the linesman's flag doesn't go up or my assistant's flag doesn't go up, I can't give it.
Yeah, and the referee's relying on his linesman.
Correct.
To make decisions. So I know
he has to be in the right position.
The referee, but it really is a call of the linesman. But for my opinion, I think it's the wrong call.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.